Right, I better check to see if he's online. Let's check. Delivered. I don't think he's online at the moment. I think he's turning off and on his internet connection because it's playing off all the time. I don't know. Let's just check. I'm scared because I don't normally do this because... Let's just check. What? No. Alright then guys, hopefully today will be the day that we'll never forget. Today we're going to finally have an interview with the one and only Erran Mann 43. Let's try it. And hopefully it'll work. Hey, that ringtone is so loud! Mickey, just listen to it, it's so loud! Hooray, yeah! Oh, hey Erran, you okay today?
You alright? Yeah, I'm alright there, Snoopy.
Oh, that's good. Well, basically, me and Mickey want to have an interview with you like you did with Harry with your Merry Toys Family Superstar characters. Oh well. Mickey, I think you should go to bed before you have another temper tantrum. I think it will save you. Okay then. See you later, Snoopy. Bye. Now it's just me now. So, first of all, let's talk about your earlier videos because Harry wanted to try and make fun of them, but he decided to stop it. So, because if you make fun of a friend's video, it might get into a lead of a fight. Would that be right?
Well, basically, if because Mayday 51 told everyone to not to make fun of him because if he he deleted
delete his videos, I guess. It skipped a little bit, but yeah, I think that's what he meant. So yeah. What do you think of your earlier videos then? Do you think they're good, or do you think they don't compare to what you make now?
Well, it looks good, but that don't compare to what we're making now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What about the very first episode of Post 16 Adventures that you made? Lewis Teagle came to play. Was that funny or was it just weird?
Well, that is extremely funny because we just had a little bit of fun and things like that, and yeah, apart from the really punches the screen, I told we had to be careful because you might break the glass of TV. So
Okay.
yeah.
What about when you were calling? When you were pretending to call Cat Dealey, I think it was, from SMTV Live, and then there came the scene where two of your friends almost missed the bus, and Post 16 Adventures had to end early. Was that was a funny scene?
Yeah, that was a funny scene. That one is because we had to go to the bus and for the latest gun and things like that, the Laser Quest.
Oh,
we had to go to Laser Quest.
Oh, I bet you had a nice time after that. And then they said that Snoopy should be retired, which, even though it was funny, I think that was a little bit disrespectful to Sooty fans, because Sooty will always remain a puppet and not CGI.
Yeah, because Sooty will always remain a puppet and not CGI and things like that, because we made fun with Sooty and things like that, and anything. He was joking about Sooty's getting retired and things like that, but he's not old.
Also, you know when you made that Post 16 Adventures DVD, how come it was PG rated? Was it most likely because of mild language?
Well, it's because sometimes Jamie could swear a lot, so...
Okay. but hopefully, but it's bleeped out, I guess, because of the PG rating, so no F-bombs are seen. Well, compare that to, well, at least it's useful than Mario to Plumber, because Mario to Plumber is stupid.
Yeah, he's an F-bomber, he is. Well, not compared to Jimmy, because he said some swear words and things like that. Not like Mario the Plumber.
Yeah, so basically he actually does not say the swear words every 2 words because it's, quote, cool, when in real life it isn't. Now let's get on to other stuff now, because otherwise this will take the entire day. So yeah, what inspired you to make your original programming, like Lubra College Adventures and Post 16 Adventures of Mary Toys Family Superstar?
Well, that inspired me. Well, I decided to make another Mary Toys Family Superstar. I did make some of the episodes back in 2011, but unfortunately I had my old laptop. Unfortunately, my laptop let me put MP4 files on my old movie maker. So, yeah, basically, I had to buy a new one back in 2013. So.
Interesting. So, what else is there? So, what inspired you to make your continuity videos, like the Classic Kids channel, Superstar Comedy, Comedy Extra, World of Comedy, etc.?
Well, that inspires me because we're making any continuity videos. It's because I saw some continuities of any other channels and things. But what's just walking around?
Don't worry, it's just Charlie Brown. He's just trying to find his football because Lucy Van Pelt, well, basically tricked him again. Oh well, let's just continue before we get distracted. Let's just continue. So, anyway, when did you first meet Harry?
Well, I first meet Harry when Mayday 51 answered his questions on You Better Ask Brian. So,
And that's how. And is Harry creepy sometimes?
well, basically, yeah, he's a lot creepier just on his videos when he told this troll off to because he gave Mayday 51 a false community guideline strike.
Well, how is that creepy? It isn't. Well, compare that to Squid's Visit. Have you seen the episode, Squid's Visit, where SpongeBob turns his house into Squidward's house?
Yes.
That is... Do you know why it's so creepy? Because SpongeBob completely duplicated Squidward's entire house. Oh, and it's part of those bad SpongeBob episodes, like A Pal for Gary and The Splinter. Oh, The Splinter is so gross. Have you seen The Splinter?
I know what that means because Mr. Krabs' daughter Pearl, he has a little spot on his cheek and...
Do you think The Splinter was gross?
Yes.
Also, now, on to live-action movies based on cartoons. So, you like most live-action movies based on cartoons, like Yogi Bear and the Smurfs, is that right?
Yeah, Yogi Bear and the Smurfs is alright.
But do you know what my most hated live cartoon... Well, basically, the worst I've seen, well, the Transformers movies are terrible. Well, basically, because... What's the point in making them? Because, basically, they have teenage drama, which we've seen before, random explosions, which we've seen before, and, well, robots fighting, which we've seen before too. The Transformers movies are basically uninspired, and luckily enough, the fifth one is the last one Michael Bay will ever be involved with, because Michael Bay is a bad director. But even though that they're bad, the worst of all is Dragon Ball Evolution. Basically, every single Dragon Ball fan hates it. The creator hates it. And basically, it's just so terrible. Goku is 18 years old, and he actually is in a crush with a female, when in the anime, he's 12 years old and doesn't know what a girl is. Oh no. There you go. Okay. So yeah, basically that's what I just said about Dragon Ball Evolution. The special effects are terrible. So many plot holes, and yeah. That's all I can think about that movie. Don't ever watch it. And would you never watch it, since I just said how terrible it is?
I would never watch that film.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone who's just started getting into the Dragon Ball franchise, because basically they'll get confused and blah blah blah. And luckily the sequel got cancelled. And now onto the Smurfs movie. It's bad as well, in my opinion. Well, basically the film doesn't even focus more on the characters. It focuses more on the live action characters more than anything. The sequel isn't any better. But the good thing, the third one got cancelled and it's been replaced with a completely animated film instead, which hopefully will be better than the other two any day. And you like the Scooby-Doo live-action movie as well. Yeah, I feel sorry for you. It's just simply like a parody of Scooby-Doo. But the good thing is that Scrappy is the villain. Ugh, I hated Scrappy-Doo. He was so annoying. Do you agree with me that Scrappy-Doo was so annoying?
Yes, because according from Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, Fred and Daphne hunting with some old stuff, and when she saw Scrappy-Doo, he says, "Don't get near him, ever."
So it does show that they're trying to forget about him, because he got arrested at the end of the Scooby-Doo movie. The Monsters Unleashed isn't any better, but that's all I can say about them. Now, let's see what else you know about. So yeah, do you remember CBBC on Choice back in 1999 to 2002? The predecessor to CBBC and CBeebies. And yeah, that's all I can say about that. Were there any shows you liked on there?
Williams West Wellington's Tweenies, Teletubbies, Noddy, Bob the Builder, and many more.
Oh, that's great. Also, now, what do you think of the old CITV? Not the current one, the old CITV. Because...
Well, the old CITV was good, and it's literally presented by Stephen and Danielle, and Danielle's good and things like that.
Ooh. So, also, another thing, do you remember Thomas the Tank Engine on Cartoon Network?
I can't remember having Thomas the Tank Engine on Cartoon Network.
Yep, actually,
all I know is having Thomas the Tank Engine on Nick Jr.
Yeah, well, actually, seasons 1, 2, and 3 aired on CITV first. 4 and 5 aired on VHS first, and then on Cartoon Network. And then season 6 and 7 were back on CITV. Season 8 was as well, but then CITV decided not to let Thomas on the channel anymore, and it moved to Channel 5, where it remains. Where season 8 aired. I mean 9. So, that's all I can say. And what else is there? Let me get my Snoopy brain. Oh, have you seen my CGI movie from Blue Sky and 20th Century Fox, the Peanuts movie, or Snoopy and Charlie Brown, as it's known here?
The Peanuts movie? Well, yeah, it's alright, I suppose. I prefer the cartoon ones.
Yeah. Do you know why I love it? Well, basically, Harry loves it. Well, because he's a huge fan of the Peanuts franchise. He does own a couple of DVDs. And also, let me just get something. Done. You own this DVD, don't you? This one, the Tom and Jerry with...
Yeah.
Let me just...
Complete collection of Tom and Jerry and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry, awesome cartoon. And have you seen the Tom and Jerry show on Boomerang? Because you do love Boomerang.
Yeah, Boomerang is okay and things like that.
And
I don't mind What's New Scooby Doo and the Tom and Jerry show and things like that. I like the original Tom and Jerry and the Looney Tunes.
now let's see if you know this. Try and guess what Boomerang's newest show is. It's based on an app series.
Based on the Talking Tom and Friends.
Yep. Have you seen Talking Tom and Friends on Boomerang?
I have seen it. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? But one more problem about Ben. He's changed his looks.
Okay. Yeah, I think the series wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. I saw it when it was an online series before it was broadcast on TV. And now, what else is there? Oh yeah, do you remember the old Boomerang when they used to air like the Pink Panther and stuff like that? The old Pink Panther, not Pink Panther and Pals.
Oh, I remember watching the old Pink Panther.
And judging by my thoughts, I think I was on Boomerang at one point.
Yeah. I think you are.
That's just my guess. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? What do you think of modern Nickelodeon? I think it sucks because there's no Nicktoons, just live-action programming. And there's Nick at Night, which they just introduced. And do you know what I saw on there one day?
What's that?
They were airing Neighbours. Really?
Yes.
Why were they airing a soap on a children's channel?
It can't be aired on Kids channel. They could be aired on adult channels.
Well, you mean just main channels, not the pornographic channels. Oh boy, that would be gross. Why am I even talking about them anyway? So basically, it should just stay on Channel 5, not on Nickelodeon. In fact, let me just put this back on charge so that it doesn't die. Alright then. I'll put it... Oh, must have been my imagination. Alright then, so what else is there that... Oh yeah, what do you think of modern Cartoon Network? Which I think is actually pretty good. Huh?
It's good, yeah, I think it's good, isn't it?
Alright, that's good. Well, there are some bad shows like Teen Titans Go and Uncle Grandpa, but at least we got shows like Gumball, Steven Universe, Clarence, Adventure Time, Regular Show, that master it better. Oh, and We Bare Bears. And Powerpuff Girls Reboot also belongs in the bad list. Have you seen episodes of the Powerpuff Girls Reboot?
I haven't seen it. Well, I'm only interested on the original.
Yeah, the original is so many times better than the reboot. And yeah, let's get back to YouTube talking now, because that's why I was here in the first place. So yeah, you met Harry in 2016 on You Better Ask Brian, and did you think that he was a pretty interesting guy from when you first found out about him?
Yeah.
At least then Harry will be happy. Aren't you, Harry? Yes, I am. And have you seen? What about what about that video he made on your latte frappe video, which was absolutely hilarious?
Yeah, I did reactions of commentary videos and things like that.
And you laughed at when Harry spat out the latte frappe because he actually did make it wrong.
Yes.
It failed miserably.
Funny.
And what about the video? What about the video where he got crazy and he said he was your best friend? Did you see that one as well? Harry does get crazy sometimes. Actually, I do. Sorry, but I'm actually getting embarrassed. Harry, you don't need to get embarrassed. Seriously. Oh well. Basically, Harry always gets embarrassed when he says that he is your best friend. I don't know why he gets embarrassed, but it most likely because he shows off quite a bit. I do show. Oh, don't worry. His cheeks are bright pink. Harry, you're so embarrassed. No, I'm not. Oh, there we go. Oh well, just ignore that. He's keeping that video on there because he wants to show off. So yeah, basically, what else is there that I need to talk about Harry's YouTube account? Oh yeah, you saw that video of the parody of the Mr. Men and Little Miss intro, didn't you?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was very interesting. So now, what do you think is the worst video you've ever made?
I don't have a worst video, to be honest.
Well, just one you think was just not very good at all, just by looking back at a video. Like when Melting Man 234 did a rant on Crash Bandicoot, and then he did a commentary on it because he hated it because he didn't script the video. In fact, in your videos, do you script? Do you unscript your videos, or do you script them?
What do you mean?
Well, like write down stuff and then say it, and then say what it says. Like if you wrote down something, if you typed up on like, "Hey, I am Snoopy," then you would say, "Hey, I am Snoopy," like what the thing says. Unscripting videos means you just say random stuff from your head, and sometimes you get muddled up. Like, I'm unscript. I don't use a script for live weird. Just what happened. I got mixed up, and yeah. Well, Harry, why did you take over the video? It's my talk with Erran, not yours. Oh, sorry. So, what else is there that makes my video? I mean, Harry's videos awesome. Oh yeah. Also, you own old Nintendo consoles, don't you? You own a Super Nintendo, don't you? And you have Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World with the altered sprites, where Luigi does the fold your arms thing.
Yeah.
And what other Super Nintendo games do you own apart from Donkey Kong Country 2? I think it was, and some. Or do you just not?
Starwing.
Oh, Starwing / Star Fox. It was known as Starwing because Star Fox was trademarked somewhere else. Let me just scratch my. I know some of your N64 games. You own a wrestling game on there.
Oh yes.
I think it was I think it was a WCW game. I don't know. Hang on a minute. And you own, and for Atari games / Infogrames, you own Miss Pac-Man Quest for the Golden Maze. And you said you owned Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 as well, but you lost it according to a Google Plus post you did ages ago. See it. Did you own that game? Roller Coaster Tycoon 3?
Yeah.
Did you just have the base game and not Soaked or Wild? Or did you have Soaked and Wild as well?
I had a base name and things like that.
Let me just turn off the camera because I'm just quickly going to show you something before I resume the video and finish it off before you go to sleep. So then, that was very interesting. And have you ever heard of the movie Arthur and the Invisibles?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a foreign movie that was edited. 9 minutes of the film were cut. And I'm never watching that movie ever again. But luckily enough, the game's actually quite decent. Have you seen the game?
I haven't seen a game yet.
It's developed by the same company who did the Asterix and Obelix XXL trilogy. Strange Dragonflies, as it's known in English, but let me just grab Asterix and Obelix XXL, and I'll see what the developer's called. It's called Eteranges Lubres, which translates to Strange Dragonflies. When Harry showed this game to you for the first time, you'd never seen it, because the only Asterix game you've played is Mega Madness, is that right?
Yeah.
There we go, that's got rid of that game, but it's actually quite good anyway. The GameCube version is very expensive, so that's why he got the PS2 version. And now, let's see if you admit this. But, in fact, I'm feeling a bit shy saying this.
Yeah. I'm have to go now.
Okay,
right?
just here's the final thing, and then we'll leave each other. I am too frightened to say it because I'm just too frightened. So let's just say the last word. Do you agree? In fact, I do get scared sometimes, because I do have the same IQ as Harry does. Okay, I have to take deep breaths. Here we go. Now I am going to say this. Is it okay? Do you not mind it when Harry calls you his best friend? Do you mind it or not?
Yeah.
Well, what a sigh of relief. In fact, that is actually quite good. I'll let you go to sleep now. Thank you, Erran, and I'll see you next time. But before that, see you, Erran, my good old best friend.